everyone, and welcome back to No Cap Space. Tyler and Shawnee here to break down Game 3. The Las Vegas Aces win on a game winner from Asia Wilson. Before we get into it, of course, use code NOCAP15 to get 15% off your first home field purchase. You can find the link in the description below to the No Cap Space collection. Make sure to like and subscribe here as always. And a super chat gets your message on the stage. Plus, becoming a YouTube member also gets you in the Discord where we were chatting the entire game and the whole community was chatting. Found a great community of women's basketball fans and get early access to our luxury tax interviews like the one that we just dropped today with NC State's Camille Pierre. Look, if you're an Aces fan, if you're an Asia Wilson fan, if by extension you're a South Carolina fan, listen to me. If you're near a convenience store right now, any type of 24-hour store, go into the store right now, put your hand in the cash register for no reason. That money is your money because Asia Wilson is the best player in the world. And tonight, she played like it. Tonight, she ended like it. And tonight, she just ended the hopes of the Phoenix Mercury and their WNBA championship bid. Asia Wilson is a GOAT. Walking among us, Shawnee.
I mean, you said it. Like, I can't yell right now. I'm visiting family. So I can't.
I got you.
Yeah. So I had to. I had to pass the torch because I really want a Michael Irvin right now. Like, I really just sweat through my shirt and just scream for no reason.
Need more.
Because, bro, 17-point lead. They walked us down. I'm gonna give Phoenix that. Like, Kalia Copper turns into Tracy McGrady out of nowhere. Like, are we serious? 11 points in like less than 2 minutes? That was nasty and insane. Shout out to her. That's why she's a finals MVP in her own right. However, what's a goon to a goblin? What's a goat to the whole farm? Like, stop playing with my dog.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, give her the ball. Like, this, I ain't gonna hold you. This game was boring for a while, and I'm like, Wnba Bonner on Asia. Like, I'm going to bed. I went to the library yesterday, got some good books. Tackling the literacy crisis one book at a time, and I was like, all right, if they're gonna keep Wnba Bonner on my GOAT one-on. They made it, acceptable, but. Yeah. Please do not put Wnba Bonner on my GOAT again.
Well,
but it's also like they don't have a choice. Yeah, pull that comment up. Pull that up.
$2 here for Joshua Williams. Thank you for the $2. Hate watching Wnba Bonner lose has been satisfying. I imagine for a lot of Indiana Fever fans, this is the sentiment here.
Hey, because when you was like, if you a South Carolina fan, if you a Gamecock fan, if you a Aces fan, I wanted to add, if you an Indiana Fever fan.
I should have.
Yo, because like this is rip their heart out, and it's only gonna get worse because I feel like there's no hope. You can, and as I say that, they might win game 4, we'll see, but like, to me, coming back 3-0, nah, bruh.
Could you imagine in the first 7-game series of the finals, a 3-0 lead is blowing a 3-0? Could you imagine?
That would be wicked. Yeah. But it's not gonna happen.
No, I don't think so either.
Especially if Satu's out next game for the concussion.
Yeah, that was a wicked hit.
Yeah, so prayers up for her because that looked bad. I did not like how she had to take that very complicated route to the.
Where was the Aces stretcher from Kelsey Mitchell? Right. Or a wheelchair or and they were moving seats to get her to this really skinny tunnel. Like, there was no way that was the best way of navigating that arena. Like, bro,
there had to be. It's got to be a better way. But it's just like, it does not look good when she tries to stand up and has to sit back down. That is never good. Like, I have no type of medical training. Yes, I do. I'm CPR certified.
Okay.
So yes, in my CPR certification.
With your doctorate of
CPR. Yeah. As a specialist in child safety and CPR. it is never good when someone has to stand up and has to go back down. Like, that's when I was like, okay, I know you don't want to be dramatic, but like y'all don't got a wheelchair, a stretcher, like anything to y'all gonna really make her walk, then you're gonna really make her squeeze behind. Fam, we're really gonna go over. Y'all gotta step over VIP section past the concession stand. Phoenix, can you do a little bit better? Because that was wicked. But that looked bad. Yeah, and I just don't really see how you come back, especially without her, because she's been crucial for you. Like, that's really the only person that can. Yeah, but that's really the only person that can kind of semi bang with Asia.
Yeah, and yeah, if they don't have that, it's already looking lost. Frankly, you go down 3-0. You're already trying to hang on to these games by a thread. Like, I mean, you had to make a full comeback, and it was a great comeback. And like, but that was like the first sign of life we had seen from Kahleah Copper the entire game. And it was, I mean, what a way to bring the heartbeat back. It spiked up, but you have to find a way if you're Phoenix. And it might just be too late now, especially if you don't have Satu. But like, there's not been a time at any point that this entire team has been on in this series, and still nothing from Sammy Whitcomb. Wnba Bonner had a good, her best game easily of the play. I mean, 25 points, 7 of 11, like 9 of 13 for free throw is where the kicker kind of here, but 25 points, 10 rebounds, and it was their best option on A'ja Wilson. Like, I certainly didn't stop her, but I thought it was certainly better than what Alyssa Thomas looked like on A'ja. And Satu was like genuinely playing good basketball, like was playing in our Discord chat. Like, I saw them talk about it. Playing winning basketball in this moment where you have to go and win. And they just have not been able to get every player on at the same time. Again, as I mentioned, Ka doesn't come on until Satu goes out. And it's kind of been a worry of mine generally with the Mercury, just over the course of the season. And it felt like they had raised their floor and have been playing at their ceiling over the course of these playoffs. And that has not been the case here in the finals. And the Aces continue just to find contributions. They've been able to. The thing that's so scary about the Aces in this matchup with Phoenix is that they've won all 3 of these games in very different ways to me. In terms of like who was contributing. Like, obviously game 1 was Dana Evans and Jewel Lloyd just absolutely demolishing the production of the others surrounding Alyssa Thomas and Satu Sabally and Kahleah Copper in that game. Game 2, it's the superstars showing out for Vegas with their big 3. This game, Jackie Young still puts up 21, but it was a bit of a struggle to get there. It wasn't the best Jackie Young game by any means. A'ja Wilson goes stupid. But Jewel Lloyd, I have certainly, hand up, have given Jewel Lloyd shit over the course of this season. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I did not clown that trade over and over. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I wasn't doing that. And in these playoffs, she has been massive on several occasions. And tonight, just another one of those in more classic Jewel Lloyd fashion with the scoring, going 4-7 from 3, all her shots from 3 as well, which is, I mean, what you kind of here for. But a plus 13 and you score 16 points. Like, that's like you go and get a championship caliber player to fill in for a championship caliber player in Kelsey Plum, and a player that's been here before. And she has absolutely shown up on this biggest stage. And I clowned that trade plenty. It did not look good early on in the season, but goodness gracious, she showed up tonight and has been recently in these playoffs. I just can't get over A'ja Wilson, Shawnee. I really can't.
I win.
You look, it's still over here on the whiteboard, Shawnee. We're a game away.
We should have used permanent marker next time, because I told you. I was never faced. I was never worried. I was, got a couple scares there. And watch me lose game 5. Or I meant game 4. There's not going to be... Well, there is going to be a game 5. And we can close it at home, because they were saying... Like, we haven't won a championship at home. First one was in Connecticut. Second one...
Really? I know New York. I guess... What? Is that true?
Yeah.
Everyone? Holy. Yeah.
Because in case you guys are new here, second one in New York. Sabrina has a good game 3, so now that extends. New York was the higher seed that season. So We go to New York for game 3 and 4. They get their little doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, we beat them on their court. Celebrate down 2 starters, scooters, wheelchairs, cast, airlifting, everything at center court. It was just a grand celebration in Barclays for the Aces.
Damn, that's so crazy. I didn't even think about that. I wouldn't hold your breath though in terms of getting that home because I don't see how. At this point, this was the game where you're down, back against the wall, you make the comeback, and you have to close it out. This is the backbreaker to me, though. Like, there's no back against the wall, underdog. No, the wind's knocked out of you, man.
There's no tweaks to make. There's nothing where we can say oh, well, this was working. Like, let's try and go back to this. Like, you can't replicate Kahleah Copper scoring 11 points in 2 minutes. She can have a better game for sure, but it's just you still don't have anyone to guard A'ja Wilson. You still have, like that. And that's really what it comes down to, because A'ja should have had 40, honestly. Like, she could have had 40.
She could have. Like, she really could have.
But she could have had 40 plus, because it's just like, who is really going to stop her? Like, and so that's my thing. If you go into game 4, like, A'ja, last game of the season, if you do what's needed of you, get us 50 and let's go home.
Man,
realistically, that's a crazy game plan, but like,
I mean, at this point, like, if you go into this game being like, okay, we're just gonna go with that, and like we'll pivot if we need to, I think that would just work fine for the Aces, frankly, at this point. Like, I really do.
Right now, Coach Riblets is probably like, yeah, you got A'ja Wilson, but like, we got Natasha Mack. We got Kalani Brown. Like, okay, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
Like, that's really the next option. You throw everything but the kitchen sink at her, and you're going to have to use Kalani now because Satu is out. But, like,
I don't even know if he will. Catherine Westbell minutes. It might be time. I really don't know. I really don't know if they'll go with Kalani. There seems to be a bit of stubbornness between that. I don't know what's obviously going on behind the scenes with it, but
I don't either. And I feel like that's your best option. You get her out here, even if it is just to move A'ja around.
Yeah.
Right? Because we've seen what happens when you get size and strength. A'ja she's physical enough for her position, but like, she's not the most physical traditional 5, right? Yeah. So you can kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you have like a shooter, you get the Steph Curry, you rough him up, with a post player, like, use your strength. And that is in Kalani. So I don't really understand why we would go DeWanna Bonner like that. Man, like, I'm still tripping off of that. You put DeWanna Bonner on A'ja Wilson and thought that was going to work. Like, I get it lengthwise, but like, be for real.
Yeah. We got a super chat here from Clutch Hoopers. $2 again. Super chat gets your comment on the screen as we break this down. Aces defense has prevented AT from driving at will. $2 from Clutch Hoopers. Yeah, I mean, look, I think that there's a couple of things that go into that. I talked about on here how I felt like they were giving into the gravity of Alyssa Thomas and like using it against her almost. Like, where if you go and just trap her and you are intentional with that, if she gets stuck, there's not much Alyssa Thomas can do in that manner. Like, obviously she's a playmaker, she can make the passes, but if you're trapping in the way and putting pressure on in the way that the Aces have been able to, it's worked. And I also think notably, the Aces got some strong guards, y'all. They might not be the fastest, but they got some strong guards. Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young are strong. And it's not in the same way where, like, Alyssa Thomas, like, can she go and finish over them? Sure. Yeah. I mean, Alyssa Thomas can do that just to get about anybody in the league. But in terms of, like, actually being able to kind of bump back against Alyssa Thomas, there's not many guards that can do that in the WNBA, and the Aces have 2 of them. And so being able to kind of take that initial physicality on top of the primary defender, there's a level of matching it in a way that I think is unique to Las Vegas. And I also think, frankly, and this is when we had talked about it in the lead up to the finals about like how you would guard A'ja Wilson. But I think one of the things that maybe is most like incredible that the Aces have been able to do is Alyssa Thomas is a good defender, like a genuinely good defender. They've exposed her. Like, there's nothing Alyssa Thomas could do against A'ja Wilson. And if you don't have the flexibility on offense and you're not bringing the domination on defense, what do you know? Like it's honestly to me a new way. We've talked plenty about Alyssa Thomas in the final or in the playoffs in general. The game playing against her, the lack of flexibility offensively. I don't know if we've seen Alyssa Thomas on the defensive side be done like this in the playoffs. Not to memory, at least.
And it's not funny, but it is kind of like you didn't want to get the surgery because you didn't want to miss time, and now you're in the finals and can't lift your arms, bro. Like, you're a liability. You can't shoot. Like, they're sagging off of you. People are doubling on other people because of you. Like, you're too short. Like, she's just, you can't, she's a great piece to have on a championship team, but she can't be the piece because there's just too many. Like, when push comes to shove, we go to Asia Wilson. You clear out, you don't clear out, it doesn't matter what you do. She's gonna find a way. With Alyssa Thomas, like, she can't. There is an actual limitation to what she can do in the clutch. You know, she can make some great passes, but it's like, everyone knows you're going to make the pass because if we stop you from going to the basket, we've stopped you. Yeah. So now they know the pass is coming. So everybody knows to look out for it. So that cuts down, one, you're not a scoring threat. And then two, you're not that much of a passing threat because we know it's coming. So it's just, she gets shrink to not even one dimensional. She just out there. And it's like, you know, you hate it for her, but these are the breaks. Like, and it's like, on its face, 14 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists on 5 of 11 shooting, 5 fouls. That's great regular season stuff. But like right now in the playoffs, when your team was down 17 and they needed,
that's where 34 comes in instead of 14.
That's just not gonna cut it. Or you need like 20 assists, or you need 20 like you need something crazy in another column,
or defensively stopping.
The one who had 34. So, because, you know, outside of that, like Jewel 16, Chelsea Gray had 11, Jackie Young at 21. Those are the only double-digit scores. You had 4 people in double digits. If you even slow down Asia, different ball game.
It's a 2-point win. Yeah, you know, and that's what's so interesting about some of these games, like game one and this one. Like, these games haven't been like total blowouts, but it feels like it. Like when you're leaving these games, it has that feel that Las Vegas is like, there is no answer. It's just a terrible matchup, I feel like, for Phoenix. And I'd seen a couple of people mentioning Chelsea Gray in the comments. She had 3 steals and 3 blocks today. And I would be willing to bet all 6 of those are just the swipe downs, and they just counted it differently every time. Like, they were just flipping a coin. Like, it's actually insane to me. Like, and I know I've talked about it here after these finals games, but her ability to defend in the paint, whether it's coming as a help side or, you know, she's getting back down, whatever it might be, it's been so important in this series. Yeah, dude, Asia Wilson is inevitable. And I simply don't know, especially, you know, with not knowing where Satu is. Like, it felt like the Mercury could win with a pop-off game of sorts, like from one of your stars, which, like, Ka, like, we saw it, capable. Satu, capable. And like, you were close in this one, but it just hasn't been enough to get over the hump. And you're down 3-0 now, but even just in terms of thinking on like a 1-game scenario, like if we're going into next game and like it's winner takes all, whoever wins takes it, I still don't know what the Mercury would do. I don't, not even thinking about the series as a whole. Like, if you're just thinking about next game, I don't know what the answer is. And frankly, if they had one, I feel like we would have seen it already. At this point, I don't think they're coming up with any, you know, grand new idea that's going to just shift this series like this. I I never want to pronounce it dead early, but goodness gracious.
That means Sammy Wickham legacy game. A Koa Makani legacy game.
Hey, this is an interesting one here. Phoenix goes 23 or 31 on free throws. 18 misses end of game 1 free throws. Could be 2-1 Phoenix right now. $5 from Jason. Thank you, Jason, for the 5. Super chat gets your comment on screen. Fantastic point. And that's what is so crazy about this series, because it feels like Aces have been so dominant, but you're exactly right. We are just a couple of different shakes of the rim away from this being a completely different series.
And that's where you had your advantage. You know, you're not going to win the Asia Wilson matchup. You're not going to win the guard matchup. You're not really going to win any other matchup, but you have free throws, bro. They free. Mm-hmm. You were at the line unguarded. And again, Alyssa Thomas is now like, she's not shot putting anymore. And I kind of noticed that, like, she's now trying to kind of shoot the ball at the free throw line. And I was like, interesting time to start trying to do that, but not my team, not my problem.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason, there for the 5. A great point. And that I know I've said, but I can't emphasize it enough. The scores of this game don't reflect the feel of these games. In the way where, like, whether it's that zone, like you saw the zone, the Aces start out this game in the zone and end up kind of switching it up a little bit more and more. When that game 1 went away, I said it then, and it certainly feels like it now. When the game 1 went the way that it did, it felt like the Fever game where Asia Wilson didn't play as well. I think it was game 3 in Indiana, and they don't win it when Asia has the off night. And at that point, it was like, goodness, I don't know how you needed that one in that way. Obviously, that series ended up going down to the very wire, but you still kind of can look back at that game and be like, man, if you had gotten that one, if you had gotten the one you probably should have gotten, where are we at now? It feels like that with that game 1. Because, I mean, again, you're just in a complete 2-1 is so different than 3-0. Like, it can't be overstated how different that is. And I just don't see it. I don't see a way back for Phoenix here.
I'm ready to go to bed. Sweet dreams, Phoenix.
So, Shawnee, on that note, I guess I'll ask, is your heart mind clear right now going into game 4?
Yes, I'm ready to replay this end of game in my head, in my dreams, in my sleep. Watch my goat do what she does in her dreams, in her sleep, and just do goat-like things. We thank you all for joining us. Come back. Make sure you come back next game, because there ain't gonna be no more after this. This is it. Yeah. We're in the end game, family, and then you gotta wait until college season officially starts, which is very soon.
Don't worry, it won't take long.
Right. But in terms of W content, we've come to the end of the road, folks.
The playoff-a-thon.
The playoff-a-thon.
We've been live every night for the playoffs. We'll be live Friday and potentially crowning the Las Vegas Aces as the WNBA champions. I'm sure you're not going to want to miss Shawnee on that one. I'm sure I don't want to set the bar too high, Shawnee. I know it's a high bar to clear from past celebrations, but I'll just say you don't want to miss a Shawnee victory lap and I'll leave it at that. But until Friday, check out our interview with Camille Pierre here on the YouTube page. It was a great one. We had a blast with Camille, a massive transfer for NC State. Get ready for the college season because it's going to be here before you know it, and we will be tapped in all the way with the college season. So if you're new to the college game, if you're just a pure WNBA fan, stick around. Come with us through the college. We'll get you right up to speed and where you need to be to tap into these hoops. We're excited. But make sure you're here for Friday because it might be the last time of the playoff-a-thon. Until then, family, we thank you for watching. Again, you can become a YouTube member and join the Discord chat where the discourse is just always going. It's nonstop in women's basketball, and it's nonstop in the Discord as well. You can come and chat with the community. We appreciate the super chats tonight, and we will see y'all on Friday.